listen, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Howdy guys, what's up? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Sorry about yesterday not being able to be on my funded TV or the afternoon stream. We had a fence related emergency. Work on our backyard project. It was too much going on, and IDOC needed me to go down there and supervise it for the last part of the day. Turned out good though. End of the day actually ended up being all right. So a couple of my, I had a handful of red accounts, but one of my accounts, one of my big accounts was up like 14,000 by the end of the day. So that was kind of like, I showed in the boot camp. Two of my Tradeify accounts hit max loss, not max loss, but like daily loss. And then, one of my funded next fundeds also didn't make it. Like once you hit so two of mine have like really large buffers in it. One of them didn't. One of them took the whole loss. So one of them busted, but the other one was up. So that's good. It's all that matters. You get to pay out, and the two that are still running, that's good. So I have like 20 of those things still sitting there past evals. When they had their last no DLL sale, I loaded up. I kept buying them and passing them, buying and passing, buying and passing. I have a whole stack of past evals with funded next. I just swap into funded when I got like 20 funded accounts ready to go. You only trade 300K at a time, so I just pop a new one back in. So yeah, but I didn't a lot of that bulk of that sell off towards the end of the day. I grabbed some scalps at lower DD band. It was pretty nice. So At the end of the day, there was some good trades there. What's up, friends? Good morning. But I did have some casualties. So if you had a rough day, so did everybody. That's part of life. And to get back to a new trading day today, volatility is absolutely cracked right now. It's crazy. So we'll talk about this morning. Good morning, friends. Chase England, DT, Simon Dean Fraser, have scoliosis. How many contracts did I trade on the BDH tournament? 15. Gabriel, DT, you can do 10 S&P and 50 micro S&P. So you can do up to 15 total. I heard some people were doing like 25 total because they would also do gold with it, but I didn't go that far. Gabriel, what's up? Fraser, what's up? Chase, everybody. Mike, Trady, Christian, howdy. Price of gold. I haven't seen gold yet. Y'all ready to win another tournament? Ninja Trader tournament and Tradeify tournament. Back-to-back tourneys, man. Make sure you sign up for the Tradeify one. Hold on, let me... Oh, yeah, I got to get my little post here, by the way. Get you on messages here. Somebody said, been blowing accounts, so you find your ads had to say found so much knowledge, of course, from Matt and on the edge of buying rock scooter. Excellent, man. Glad you're loving it. Market gonna die today? We'll see. Volatility started tucking back a little bit, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm not really convinced that today it doesn't get crappy. Take it one day at a time, right? All right, guys. Let's get ready to roll here. Hold on one second, get everything loaded up here. Oh, we forgot to turn that on here. Today we have a awesome giveaway, Elite Trader Funding, direct to funded. We love giving away funded accounts here. So we'll give a bunch of those. We're continuing our big giveaway with the BDH win. As I've decided to give away the entirety of the $10,000 prize money to the community. All right. Let's get started. Let me draw my dynamics on here. 24/7.99 today. I took a short overnight off the MHP break, or sorry, bounce and break. So That was here, which turned out pretty good. Well, let me post everything up. DM 6664, right? We had this number here. I say break, MHP bounce. We opened on S&P to the downside. Nasdaq, we opened like, I think slightly below it as well. My trades, oh, sorry, I can put my screenshot on the damn screen here. I know I usually let you guys know if I'm like, hey, I'm in a trade or whatever. Last night, I just was like, we were all over the place scrambling. We got to get like new materials and stuff. The project has just gone overboard with so much crap that we have to do. All right, so out the door, I'm pretty green. I hit it pretty fucking hard. I know at boot camp I said I'm probably going to sit out, but man, that just looks so juicy and I grabbed it. So it's pretty simple, solid setup. I mean, MHP from the bottom, you really can't complain about that. And when it was like consolidating lower like this, it busted through and then came back down and was just hanging in there. And I was like, I'm gonna take the short. I loaded up on a short and it wasn't long before I got money. Actually, I did it in NASDAQ and S&P. So NASDAQ busted over a little bit. When S&P bumped, I shorted in both of them and then just wrote it down. Simple as that. What made you go short? You open below MHP. I mean, that's typically when you open on the wrong other side of that, you can take the short. So S&P bumped, overshot, hung below it. Volatility still whack, and then I jumped in on it. Now that VIX coming down looks pretty good. Like at least for today, that's pretty clean. Now let's see if the VIX has come down like 3. Let's see if it's been a risk interval VIX move. You can go here and see usually $385, and then let's see where the top is. $385. That would be 2407. 385. 2407. Yeah. Which is exactly the same risk interval. That's crazy. Okay. So there's no such thing as risk interval VIX to the downside move. I just want to see if it's moved that far, just to show that structure is now broken to the bull side, which is good. Or broken back into the bull side. Stable volatility. Alrighty. Sweet. A minute. Did I do that math right? Yep. Okay, good. You have to represent the scooter. Heck yeah. So again, you know, trade war craziness is just, you know, looking crazy. We still haven't filled out that impact half gap, the half gap line, which I mean, this is just like an IRL from the previous classes. Anytime you gap up in futures, always draw the midpoint, and it's stabilizing there, which is actually really good. Kind of sucks that there's big long opportunity this morning. I didn't even get a chance to take the long off of lower band, but that's all right. Get those likes in, friends. We're about to get ready to get rolling here. Love y'all being here with us every single morning on the stream. We've had record-breaking stream yesterday, the biggest morning stream we've ever had. I think like 9,500 total views just in the morning. We used to be like maybe 7,000 before the tourney. And I'm gonna win another tournament this month and win another one next month. Let's go. So don't forget, guys, we have a huge event coming up, a bunch of events coming up. Let me give you guys some promos from our partners. Right now, Tradeify is having a flash sale, 40% off. Also, make sure, it's all over my Twitter, but make sure you sign up for the Tradeify Grand Cup. $1 million in prizes, $200,000 cash prize for first, second, and third get cash prizes. When you sign up for Team Rocket Scooter. I don't get a commission for that sign up or anything. So there's just joining our team. You get to pick a team that you're trading with, and the winning team, they get prizes too. So if you are the winner of the tournament, whatever team they're on, the whole team gets $25,000 worth of prizes to give away to everybody. And the last person standing on the team gets a $5,000 cash prize, meaning the best performing person from any team. So you guys are competing against each other, and I'm going to give away to the top 10 performers on the leaderboard from the Rocket Scooter team. I'm going to give you guys all prizes. This weekend, I'm gonna distribute all the songwriting contest prizes. Man, the BDH competition just totally got like me behind on that, but I need to get you guys all situated with what I'm going to give you guys for who won the songwriting contest, and also a new songwriting contest. So by the end of the year, submit, you know, songs, pictures. We'll have some fun. This one will be a little bit more like we're going to make it a little bit funnier and more fun. We'll have more categories, like essentially AI music, rocket scooter music, trading music, whatever. We have fun with it. It's kind of a theme here. We'll do a giveaway, or sorry, a prize for those. We'll do a prize for who comes up with the funniest pictures. We'll have people like vote on this stuff. We're going to make it a little bit more sophisticated even than the last time. So song submission channel, you guys can write music all the time. We play them on the stream. We all laugh together. It's hilarious. Anyways, sales, flash sale, 40% off Tradeify. Flex plan, my funded futures, $6,000 payout on scale. And now you can get $3,000 core plan add-on for core. They're very quickly becoming some of the best accounts, period, with those massive payouts. Imagine a $77 account with no activation fee with a $3,000 payout. It blows Top Step and everyone out of the water. That's crazy. So my funded futures core with the flex plan is one of the best prop accounts. Now it's up there with the scale. It's a dirt cheap plan with the big payout. ETFs still have 70% off of their beginners and experts, which includes the static, which I tell people is their best account. Statics are great. The easiest account to pass in prop firms is a static compared to all the other ones that are harder. Funded Next, 15% off Rapids and 25% off Legacies. For new customers only, you have to use the link in our description and code HEADSTART for that. A little different instruction on that one. Take Profit is a 40% off, and Apex is now 50% off of all evals on Apex. I think Apex had an 80% off, now it's 50. And this is the last weekend you're going to hear me talk about Apex. I'm removing them completely. I'll still keep the code. You guys are going to keep supporting the community, but Apex is no longer going to be supported here in lieu of some of our other partners. How many accounts are allowed for Funded Next? You can have up to 300,000 funded and up to 700,000 in evals. So 1 million total. Whatever mix and match you want to do. And you can do what I did, which is pass as many as you want. So when they had the no DLL sale before it was a thing, I stocked up on them. I bought as many as they would let me buy, and I'd pass them, and I'd buy more and pass them, and buy more and pass them. I have literally passed 20 legacy accounts, probably more, in Funded Next, and I just haven't activated them. They sit there. There's no monthly fee, so they just sit there and it says activation required. I've got a whole list of past evals. I spent many thousands of dollars to just pass a bunch of them. So now I can burn them hard as I can to try to get big old payouts on them. And if I bust one, like yesterday, I lost one of my funded accounts, just one of them. It only had like 20,000 in buffer, and it took a 20K hit yesterday. The other one made 14 grand on top of its 80K it's already got. So I'm waiting to get 250K so I can take out 125K payouts or whatever I need to be the biggest payout they've had in futures. I'm going for that. But I've got an infinite pool, near infinite pool, like I guess 20 something sitting there. I've just signed the agreement. A new one pops back up. So the best thing about that is you can just pass as many as you want and sit there and just pull as many in as I'll let you trade. I don't sign the agreement on them until I need to use the account. That way I can keep track of it. One weird thing about Funded Next is if you sign the agreement, the account disappears. And if you already have your max, it completely disappears altogether, but it's in a hidden buffer you don't see. So say that you have like three $100,000 accounts that you're trading. And then you have another one you pass and you go sign the agreement. It just vanishes. It's gone. It's gone from existence. You don't see it anywhere on your dashboard. But if you bust one of those accounts, it just pops back up in its place. So what I do is I don't sign the agreement so I can keep track of that, how many I've got, because they still sit there if you haven't signed the agreement. Yeah, Funded Next paid one person out 150K. Damn, that keeps like upping That keeps upping the target for me. But was it Fund Index Futures or Fund Index? Fund Index. That's the next question. Their Forex side has had some big payouts. I want to be the biggest futures one. Yeah, the cores are $77 minus our code is like $73, right? That's crazy. For a $3,000 payout for 73 with no activation fee. I don't even know why people use Top Step anymore. Like at this point, they're aggressively hitting Top Step on all fronts. The scale plan with the flex is better. The core plan with the flex is even better. That's so cheap. For a $3,000 payout, to get a $3,000 payout with Tradeify, you got to go in there and buy a direct to funded for hundreds of dollars. You know, like, does Fund Index have a payout or lifetime max? There's no max. It's uncapped, Jay. That's kind of their shtick. You look up here, no payout cap and no profit split. That's why Fund Index has become, as of last month, Fund Index is our most used code by a factor of 2. Literally. Take Profit used to be number 1. Early on, Tradeify used to be number 1, and Take Profit slowly inched forward, and now Fund Index is twice as big as as Take Profit in just a month's time. When they changed the legacies and rapid accounts, Fund Index became the number 1 prop firm by a long shot. Inching up to number 2 right now is My Fund and Futures. Believe it or not, you guys' taste changed so rapidly based on the sales and deals. So our top 2 used codes right now are Fund Index, then My Fund and Futures, and then Take Profit in that order. Fund Index is twice as much as the second place one. So you guys are chasing the deals. I'm excited to see how My Fund and Futures is going to fare. That's a very, very good deal. The core add-ons, I'm curious if that's going to beat out the Rapids. Dude, these prop firms are competing so heavily against each other, man. The deals are just getting crazy and crazy and crazy. Yeah, they're farming customers with their amazing accounts. Right, and one could always, you know, we're smart here. Obviously, we know what market share technique or market share grabbing technique this is. You know, a loss leading. They have a profitable futures or Forex business, and they're leveraging a loss leading campaign by probably losing money to gain customer share, and then at some point they may change the rules or make it more expensive once they gain market share. So be ready for that, which is why it's important when the getting's good and the buffet is fresh to grab yourself a plate of food while it's hot. You know what I'm saying? But we know, I mean, the amazingness of what Fund Index is. You know, it'd be impossible to think that the no DLL lasts forever and all that, but it's been there for a month. So how am I going to switch up your trade plan? Going to try and pass an account in 2 trades with your strategy? What do you mean? How am I going to switch up? How am I going to switch up your trade plan? I don't understand. Levels for NQ. We haven't started the day yet. So last night I took a short off of MHP. I'm up whatever this is, probably 10 or 12, something like that. MHP will be printed when market opens. We've got 13 more minutes, y'all. Oh, so you're going to switch up your trade plan and try to pass an account in 2 trades with the strategy? Oh, just to get through it quick when there's a sale? Is that why? Try to get it passed as quick as possible. Do I have a video of my computer set up? You need a new system ASAP. Candy Apple, what are you for trading? So for trading, you don't really need that sophisticated of a computer for trading. Do I have a picture of my new computer? I don't know if it's, let me see if I have one really quick. I only have a picture of my old computer. I'm a little overkill because I have like streaming shit. Have y'all ever seen my old computer? I like to brag about it. I built like the most sophisticated computer I've ever built in my life. This is my old computer. So now again, this overkill, you guys don't need this, but I built a dual streaming rig early on, like in 2019, 2020. This had 2 computers in one. So there's a PC here. There's a PC here. So 2 CPUs in one box. I had a special custom power supply that can power a 2 ATX 24 pins on it. So it can power 2 motherboards at once. And this was the streaming rig with the 4K capture card that would capture the screen from the first rig. This would render everything. This is like a high-end gaming streaming dual rig. Nobody does dual rigs unless you're like streaming gaming. You need perfect FPS and perfect compression of your video. So 4K content without interrupting your game. That's kind of what that's about. It's completely overkill for trading and trading streaming. But yeah, this was my, it needs more colors. This was when I actually default turned it on. The LEDs just naturally defaulted to the rainbow pattern. After I did this, I set them to like a cool kind of like bluish color. But yeah, when I first powered it on, this was the leak test on the tubing. I've been to all the tubing myself, and I powered it on. Yeah, it looks like a freaking, you know, rainbow. It's computer pride. So anyways, that was my first computer. I don't have a picture of my second computer, the one I have now. I don't think I have one here. It's much more simple. So like I said, I go overkill when it comes to computers. You don't need to. A good AMD processor these days, I have a 9950. It's all you'll ever need. You don't even need an expensive graphics card. If you're just trading, you can get a 3000 series NVIDIA for like maybe $200-300 bucks, I think, these days. And it's perfectly fine. Just depends on how many monitors you need to power. 3000 series NVIDIA will power up to 4 monitors. So you go out there and spend, you know, get you like, you know, 32 gigs of RAM, a nice DDR5 kit, get yourself a, you know, a nice AMD processor, one of the newest ones, and then a graphics card. You're at, and a motherboard, you're in at $1,500 bucks or less. You also probably buy an all-in-one, like already prefab PC. You don't need go to the prefab laptop or PC and get like the highest end processor with the lowest end of the new graphics cards. Like for trading stuff is all CPU and RAM. And so basically you'll not need to you'll have like, if you look at the laptops, they'll be like, here's the $800, the $1,000, the $5,000 laptops. The major difference is the graphics card. That's the biggest swing in price. You don't need a fancy graphics card for trading. And so you can cut out thousands of dollars. You have an iPad, a MacBook, you need bigger screens. Yeah, like I said, get a trading PC with the newest AMD, you know, or if you like Intel. I have the 285, Intel's newest 24 core on my gaming laptop. And I have the AMD 9950 on my work computer. And they're both, you know, the processors fairly expensive, but they last for like 5 years, you know, so it should be good for a while. So this one, I ripped out my old water cooling system out of rage because basically my CPU ultimately fried after year 5. It was just fried. Remember, there was a day when my CPU just died. I was fighting to get my computer fixed for a month. And there were a bunch of issues, especially with the new components I bought. They were very incompatible with each other. And I finally got it all to work. But out of a fit of rage, I ripped my water cooling system out and like ripped it to pieces. I was just pulling pipes out and breaking the case, you know. So my new one, I have a Lee all-in-one, which is fantastic, just for the CPU. And since I don't even really run my GPU for much other than just powering the monitors, I just let the stock cooling. I have a 5080 and I let the stock cooling on it. The fans never even turn on. It's not even needed. So I got, let me show you the Lee I got. All-in-one cooling. I got this one, the Lee, but it's the one that matches my other. It's got an LCD screen on it. It's like this one right here. It's like this one, but it's black. It's got a little LCD screen on it and you can program it. Mine has a picture of me and my face from my stream. Just basically that for CPU, but it's black. And it also matches, that's this one. No, I don't have this one. I have the Lee fans that have the infinity mirror on the side. I don't know if there's any pictures of it here. It's really, really dope. Reopen in 7 minutes. Hold on, Leon Lee, CPU, and in... I forgot the name of it already. It's been a while. Oh yeah, this, well, these are the fans. So the infinity mirror I have on them, I forgot the name of it. But on the side of the... On the side of the fan, it's very cool. There's like a, oops. If you guys look, it doesn't zoom in. There's an infinity mirror on the side of all the fans. So I got the Leon Lee with the infinity mirrors, and I have like 12 fans of the same type. So. Screen size and brand. So for bigger screens, everyone's different. A lot of people get like big like TV monitors, like 40 something inch or whatever. For me, and again, this is just me, I have 6 27-inch monitors. And that's because I need spaces in between them to put the lights and the cameras and stuff and the speakers. So for my screens are all scattered on my desk. They're not like uniform. So mine's a little different. And I need 6 screens because I have to run, you know, a bunch of stuff. Like I've got YouTube, I've got my funded futures, trading DOMs, trading, Discord encoder. So I need all the space, but mine are split up like this. So I can have a camera here and lighting there and speakers here and all that stuff. So I have 6 27 inches, which is, it's a pretty effective use of the space, and it gives me a lot of viewing area. A lot of people trade with like one big ass monitor right in front of their face, and that's up to you. Like if you don't need extra jazz around your screen like I do, you can probably fare with like a really big monitor. You don't need anything fancy for trading either. Just something that has, I have Acer and Acer no glare monitor. So my biggest thing is no glare. The screens are completely matte coated, so they're not like as bright or as sharp. One of my monitors here is an OLED, and I absolutely hate it. I got this like $1,000 gaming monitor for the center screen that I don't even use, and I hate it, and it's glossy. The other monitors are my old Acers, and they're like not glossy. They're really soft on the eyes, and they're really nice for trading. How many ports do you have for the 6 screens? I have 2 graphics cards. So like I always put 2 GPUs in my computer. I used to be so like picky about it, and I would waste money. Like I used to have 2 3080 Ti's, completely useless to have 2. The second one just powered monitors, and I spent, you know, $2,000 for just a monitor. So a complete waste of money for aesthetics, because I was building that water cooling rig. 2 3080 Ti's, unnecessary. Now I have a 5080 and then a very, very, very small like 3060 MSI card that just powers the monitor. So one powers 3 monitors, one powers 3 monitors. So I have 2 graphics cards in there that look like this now. The big fat bulky. I think this is the 3060. Very cheap. It just powers monitors, yeah. 2 cards. No splitter. Yeah. Each graphics card, I think the 5000 series holds more than 4. Hold on. I think it holds 5. Maybe 4. Maybe it's still 4. Yeah, so 3 DisplayPort 2, 2.1, and 1 HDMI 2.1B. Okay. Yeah, so it's still 4 per card. But I know 4K stream. Well, YouTube. YouTube doesn't allow you to stream 4K in real time. Like if you want low latency mode where you guys get the quickest response, like no delay, then low latency mode is only in whatever you get right now, which I think is just 1080p. Yeah. Bias, no bias today. Nothing yet till we get liquidity maps. We are smack dab in the middle of DD bands. We are smack dab slightly below overnight dynamic. I'm up already like maybe, I don't know, 10K or something, 11. I can't, whatever that is right there. I took shorts overnight. I shorted off of the orange line overnight, which is pretty banging short. Now we're gonna wait. Volatility is still going through the roof, you guys. So it's better than it was yesterday, but it's still elevated. Don't shrug off this buildup. We roll into a new VIX contract Wednesday. So between now and Wednesday, you know, we got cracked volatility on. It's gonna be nuts. You used to have 16 screens? Dang. The legacy HP displays had a dual input button. Model displays had dual input in the settings, so it's annoying to switch to PCs. Yeah. Oh, I bet. How ZD bands calculated, Business Lens? It's one risk interval above and below yesterday's close, and the risk interval is an exploit of CME span. It's in our table here. It's one of our calculations. We reverse engineered some CME stuff. The orange line is MHP, monthly hedge pressure estimate from the overnight, from a real-time open interest model we have. It gets superseded by the orange one that gets printed in the morning. But as some of our traders have told us, it's still actionable, so we leave it there throughout the morning session. All right, volatility is still gonna be wacky. I'm gonna wait like a minute. Like literally, I have no incentive to trade this hard after yesterday. We're just gonna wait and see if let's see what the liquidity maps say. If the market dips a good pivot, I might be buying dips today. Negative resilience is already resistance. You can see the algo has flagged the white boxes of resistance right here. Resist, 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 resist. You guys see that? Lower band could be a support target. We'll see. But boy, this market is cooked. You know what I mean? Minus 75 on NASDAQ, minus 45 S&P. That DOM is just all over the place again. All right, so we have LPs. All right, cool. EST every single time. NASDAQ, this is bull setup. Perfect. A plus is down here. Lovely. A plus, A plus. About 100 points lower, which is about 25 points on S&P, which lines up with here. So this lines up with this A plus here at the same point. Let's wait. MHP is here, same as yesterday. We understand the drill, right? So MHP fine. Let me delete the overnight, just because they're all the same. See how the overnight estimate was here, right? And then the real calculation. So we estimate at 16 hours in advance, and our model was pretty good on that. So let me delete the estimates just to clean up the chart a little bit. We are below MHP, that you can see off to the side here. IWM is have MHP break to the upside, which is nice to see Russell moving. Trade setup number 2. Resistance off of MHP is what we're seeing right now. That is a short setup for bears in the house. So today's play is resistance from here to there, back up. Now I could probably try to maybe take a baby short off of this. Normally I like to wait to see if the market does break and chase along. I don't like to chase a short at this close to the open, but I can just to try one. At the pop. Just one. Simple setup. I don't have the full confluence of bear market, but I have the full confluence on the short trade. So monthly res is negative. Monthly res is negative. We're hitting it from the top. I can take 69 to 29 to full 40 points on NASDAQ. Pretty nice. I grabbed it with just one. I hate shorting when DD ratio is greater than half and greater bull markets there. But you know, it's definitely worth jumping in on. So I'm going to take that very quick. That was a very simple choice. Let's run monthly maps. You guys know the drill. Let's see what we get on that. are we in shit market territory? Yeah, Row is reminding you guys to be very careful with position sizing because the 1 minute candles are pretty gnarly. 100% right. So with monthly maps, we're still liquid enough. We need to break lower lows to thrust in the bear market. But at least for here, next week is bearish. So at least this week we're okay. But if we hold this level more than greater than a week, it's going to tumble down. So unless we get out of here by the end of, like before Wednesday of next week, we're kind of in a questionable spot right here. Like I said, keeping the trade small, one contract, one account. That's it. Just taking baby tastes of this market here. I'll put 500 bucks on the table on this one. Normally I wait to see if MHP breaks to the upside so I can jump in. That's really my favorite trade. So I'll flip flop the other way if it does break. So monthly maps. Let's go. Daily chart. S&P is good. Yeah, see, like I said, I don't have the full confluence. I just have the confluence on the trade. That's moving pretty crazily. I want to see the dip to A+. That's the only trade I want to take, like with a lot of velocity today. I want to hit that bad boy good. Oh, we are breaking MHP the upside. All right. Nice break to the upside would be good. Probably close that out. I was going to play it for 10 points if it hit the close, and resilience is positive now. Yeah, that was probably not the... Just taking the baby scalp there. Let me close that one out. All right, now we're flipping to the other side. Let's see what happens here. Now, this is just, if we just take the chase break on MHP, then it's MHP up to the top. So if I don't get those A+ dips today, I'm still not going to flip and chase. I'm going to sit out and just kind of watch this one. Be honest, it's too much today, and I probably was right on that. I'll tap it one more time if it jumps below it. I don't feel so confident about either direction here, and this volatility is absolutely cooked today. So let me try NASDAQ instead. Yeah, I'll try this one more time. Oh shoot, I don't have the full confluence on NASDAQ though. Actually, monthly rest just popped. Shit. Okay, hold on. I will only get lucky if this market plays out. So yeah, it might actually reject. But ideally, this would be the perfect setup. Ideally what I want. It's probably better to wait for the break, to be honest. I think this is the wrong trade again. My confluence just went positive. So, but I mean, I'm just trading 1 mini at a time, no big deal. Okay, here, ideally what I'd like to see is a rejection from here to here, an overshoot, and then at least a hook from there to there. That's what I want to see. Ideally, that would be like the best setup. Let me draw this like with a yellow here. The volatility is going to be pretty crazy, so it could just pop really high and then turn around. Not the. I probably should be doing micros, to be honest. I want to get the long setup here. A+ here. I'm just barely touching this. You can consider me like one foot in the water of sitting out, basically. I'm just barely trying to have a little bit of play, but I'm not taking any heavy positions right now. This is too much of a weird market for me to really be like chasing this with a lot. So if we break here, it's a big run up, which is probably what's going to happen. We'll see. Now, again, I'm getting squeezed on that too. Just took 2 small scalps. I don't think it's worth taking. I'm allowing myself the full gambit of overshoot to the gap fill, and that's it. Other than that, it's going to be kind of a toss-up today, guys. So you're going to not see me press for like a 20K fucking trade today. My big account, my big accounts are up already like 5,000, but I'm just chilling. If we break from here, the move is all the way through here to there. It's a big up. If we lose, it's a dip to there or to there. A plus at the bottom. So it's very much on the fence here. Now I've lost the confluence, which means I probably shouldn't be short. But again, the market's going to be a little random from here. We open below MHP. I'm going to bet that we stay below MHP, and looks like it is finally taken off, which is good. But again, I don't have the full confluence, and it's not the best short setup, but I'm going to hang on to it anyways. So I lost my confluence. I should be trading micros, but keeping it small. So when I draw 3 lines, it means if it breaks. When I go if it breaks, it means if it breaks and supports, then it goes, right? So at least for now, A plus on the dip is what I'm looking for today. I took the S&P, closed out, and grabbed the NASDAQ, got back in. So that's, well, in this trade about even. Short. Cam, are you shorting this? Yeah. I feel like that's the play. Let me double check VIX liquidity pocket real quick, liquidity map really quick, just while we're chilling. Oh yeah, you have essentially liquidity pocket on top of MHP for VIX. Yeah, so there's enough juice in this for some volatility. It's gonna bounce around in here a little bit though. It might just free fall. Might get another green candle out of here in just a second, but maybe not. A plus scalp there, A plus scalp there. We did go to gap fill there. I did get my 40 points on that, which is nice. 775, actually that's like 60 points, 50 points. All right, I'll take the quick 1,000 just on the retrace to open and let me chill on this. I just flattened that out. I'm just scalping for y'all's entertainment. When there's volatility, you know it's going to go all over the place. So I don't hold for crashes. I get in and get out. I try to be in and out as quick as I can. I'll have the full short confluence, so take that trade. Because when it's volatile, it's going to be choppy. I don't like to see volatility as it's going to fall. I could short the whole way through. I usually, when markets are crazy and volatile, I try to be in and out as much as you can. Any hair trigger can pop this thing up. I'll scalp it $1,000 at a time. In full transparency, if I wasn't here hanging out with you fine folks, I would be sleeping in. Like, day like this is a day you kind of want to avoid. You signed on late and saw me shorting, had to rub your eyes to make sure it was true. That's so funny. I shorted last night. Wow. Yeah. Remember, when the market's volatile, it's going to just bounce all over the place. It's not just going to fall, it's going to bounce. So ideally, like, you know, we open below. I'm certain that at least that scalp is there to test this next liquidity pocket. Or sorry, liquidity pivot. I don't have as much confluence as I want for a big nasty short setup. S&P monthly res is slightly above 0 after all. That's part of the reason why I feel like I got lucky getting this. It's not negative enough. So the full confluence isn't there, which is why I was complaining about it to begin with. That's probably not a good trade. The full confluence isn't there, which is why I got out quick. See, this says support. See right here on the right? This should be support. It could pop back up above that any minute now. So I kind of want to be flat so I can chase the long in case it happens. That's kind of why I did want to get out of the trade. So right now, my brain is saying, if it pops above with some velocity, I'm going to get it on the long side. How to check volatility? I have a whole class in the boot camp about that. But basically, we use VIX futures and we use some key levels in VIX futures. An example for today, VIX futures above 17, 18, you're going to have some unusual behavior in the market. There's a whole science as to why that is and why that number is important. Red Candle Nation. What's up, Red Candle? My dude. Why haven't I collected the dollars from the winning BDH? Oh, I don't know. Like, how do I collect? I never even asked him. Are you supposed to mail me a check, or how does it go? I'm already spending the money that I haven't even collected it yet. I'm buying accounts for you guys. I probably should call Pat and ask him, how am I supposed to get the money? Am I supposed to go there and he hands me like a big check or a real check? How does this work? Reach out to him, he said. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't reach out to him because he was on vacation, so I didn't want to interrupt his vacation. Well, like immediately after the tournament, him and Victoria went to I log on his freaking Twitter page. He's like riding around the sand dunes, man. And like, he's like, Victoria's in a helicopter, like hanging out the door, filming him. And he's like racing to the dunes, 90 miles an hour sort of thing. And so I was like, yeah, he's having fun. Like the last thing I want to do on a man's vacation is like bother him with work stuff. By the way, Pat, can you send me the check? You know what I mean? I'll wait till you get back. I'm in no hurry. I'll just wait till he gets back. You have to get that giant novelty check. The problem with that is we've got the Ninja Trader tournament and then the Trade-A-Bait tournament back to back. And then the I'm gonna smash Matt Kors' face in tournament after that. So, you know, I've got like 2 months of tournaments and then there's the holidays and I got to squeeze a day or two in there to get my ass down to Florida. So the only reason I haven't been to the BDH yet is because I am so busy. I don't get a day off. Like that's the thing. I'm grinding out here every day. Pat streams when he's on vacation too. He understands the hustle, man. When you're streaming, you can't take a day off. And so I got to cut carve some time out where both our schedules line up, and IDOC wants to go out there too. So is the Matt K tourney confirmed? I'm going to enter it and I'm going to compete by myself. If he doesn't show up, we'll let him know every day that he hasn't shown up. Trust me. If I got to put ads on fucking Instagram to interrogate that guy to show up. If I could get every streamer on planet Earth to mention it to their communities, and then everyone bugs him 24/7. He said, I agree. He said, we're in. And so in principle of the matter, we're going to get revenge on all the AMC grandmas who bought AMC from that guy as he dumped it into them. We're going to take all his money back from him and give it to charity. That's it. So I got tournament after tournament after tournament. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna take out Instagram ads. I'm just being funny. No, we weren't still negotiating, Jay Shine. That's his spin on the whole thing to avoid the contest. I said 50K. He said, I accept. Then he goes, well, how about 100K? We get our lawyers to draft. And I said, I accept. Crickets for a week. His lawyer never sent anything. He never sent anything. Then I got my lawyer to draft up a contract. I asked him, what's your lawyer's information? He never responded back. There's no negotiating anything. He 100% talked his way into dodging it and then gaslit everybody to make it seem like I'm dodging something. I got a contract. I got a funded account with 100K sitting in it. I'm begging him and asking him every day for his lawyer's info. And the masterful AMC pump and dumper that can convince people to buy a movie theater has convinced people that I'm backing out, which is the weirdest fucking thing. I'll be trading it live on my stream. Oh, that's a master gaslighter right there. You can trade as well, red paper bag. Oh no. He couldn't trade eyeballs to a blind fucking monkey at this point. He botched that somehow. Public lawyers to do pro bono would take a long time to respond. Yeah, like Rocket Stewart has a team of 6 attorneys on retainers. So, you know, we're a corporation. We have litigation counsel. We've got general counsel. We've got corporate attorney. We got tax attorney. We've got contract attorney, IP attorney. We got like a whole team of people that we work with. So called up my litigator guy, and I was like, hey, can I compel this guy to compete on a verbal contract? He's like, actually, you can. If you really know the secret, you can force him into a competition if you want. I was like, how can I do that? He goes, well, did he defame you with his interrogating of you on socials? He's like, yeah, I feel defamed. He's like, can you claim damages? Yeah, it hurt my reputation. So we can sue him for that. And then he can decide if he wants to spend $500,000 fighting you in court or settle. And part of the settlement, you require him to compete. So he can pay $500,000 to fight a lawsuit, or he can compete under a judge's order. And I was like, damn, that's why I have the best attorneys. That's what my attorney said. He said, is it worth your time? I was like, this is the AMC pump number. He's like, I heard about that guy. He's like, that sounds like fun. And my lawyer actually was like, I'll file paperwork for free if you ever want to. Anyways, but what I'm saying, that's what my lawyer said. He's like, yeah, you can actually force him to compete. That's how you can probably do it. You want to get your revenge on him for stealing money from people with AMC pump and dump. Yeah, for misrepresentation, course, prices, everything, yeah. Oh yeah, like a standard defamation lawsuit will cost him $500,000 to defend. Easy as that. But the funny part is that, he's like, that's how you can compel him to compete. Because a judge will do it. In terms of the settlement, if he settles. If he doesn't settle, he can just spend all the rest of the money he has. Judging by, his ability to dodge a 100K tournament, he doesn't have the 100K to defend himself. He's like, how bad do you want to expose this guy? I was like, I mean, it's not really worth my time at this point. It's just for the entertainment purposes of the community. We're like, well, let me know what you want to do. So anyways, lawyers are brutal, man. Mine is extremely brutal, and he's a traitor too. So he's funny. He gets the memes. He gets the things. He's always calling me like, bro, what's going on right now with gold? Like. So anywho, so when people are saying like, you could force somebody to compete, technically you can try to. He saw, no, yeah, it's you guys nailed it. He saw the stream numbers, he wanted clout, that's it. And that's where we'll leave it. No more talk about that. All right, I did close out on my short pretty early because I don't have the full confluence. I'm just waiting. But yeah, anyways, back in the conversation, I had 3 tournaments technically between now and then the holidays and Christmas. So I got to carve out like 2 or 3 days to head out to BDH. I wasn't going to bother Pat on his vacation. So as soon as he gets back, I'm going to try to talk to him. You're a lawyer too and a trader, Rod. What do you think about my lawyer's funny idea, right? Like, as a lawyer, I'm sure you can respect that clever idea of my attorneys to force the trading competition through. You guys are brutal, man. Lawyers are brutal. Like, I'm listening to that. I'm like, dang. You get paid to sit there all day and come up with like strategies like that. That's like 4D chess for a living. That sounds like interesting and crazy. Come to Miami. Yeah, dude, I'd love to. When I head out there, I'll spend like more than just a day. I should spend like a couple days when I'm out there. Okay, it looks like MHP is breaking and I'm trying to think about flipping long. Rod. Hey, Rod, what do you know about bird law, by the way? Charlie, you know nothing about bird law. Or the time on Always Sunny when they were yelling at the lawyer when their mom died and they were like, you tell that bitch. And he's like, I'm not talking to your mom. I'm just reading her will. And then Dennis gets the house and he's like, thanks for the house, bro. And he's like, I didn't do anything. I'm just reading the will. That was so funny. I don't know you people. I don't speak to your dead mother. You worked with the city prosecutor. A few drinks with him revealed some very horrifying things. Oh, yeah, 100%. All right, so it looks like we are breaking through MHP. This is, like I said, this is going to be a very weird day, you guys. Quick in and out on the short. It's trying to build for a long, and all the indicators are looking pretty good for a long trade. The current breakout price on this, like I said, the volatility is still there. MHP on a tap it's pretty much a coin flip here, and resiliences are starting to look a little better for a move to the upside. Here. But man, I'm going to tell you something. Something about today just doesn't sit well with me. Yesterday, today. It is looking good for the bull run though. Actually pretty strong one too. Now, all the data is looking good for bull side. That's why I got out of that short quick because I didn't have full confluence. The new break case setup, if it does support MHP, it's there to there. I mean, you can get something like this. Now with volatility, I always tell myself whatever I want, I'm going to get. So whatever I want, I'm going to get. Here's what I want today. I want it to bounce here. So this is a good saying. You say, when markets are volatile, whatever I want, I'm going to get. I'd like for it to bounce there. I'd like for it to bounce there. I'd like for it to bounce there. So whatever I want, I'm going to get. So I'm going to wait for it. It looks like it's going to go up. Do I chase it? Nah. What happens if it goes all the way there? Nah, I missed out. I'm okay. But what happens if I jump in on this and then it goes to there and goes to there while I blew up? Right. So volatile markets, remember, tell yourself whatever I want, I'm going to get. Why? Because the market moves all over the place when it's volatile. Whatever I want, it's going to happen. Something's going to happen. It's going to bounce here. I know it. What if it doesn't? Well, then it didn't. But at least I'm going to act on that. You remember Charlie's dream journal? Oh, yeah. And so worm hat, Charlie, is it a hat made of worms? Is it a hat for a worm? No, Vermhat, Hans Vermhat. He's a fighter pilot. Oh, okay. And Charlie, is that a bird with teeth? Milkshake. Do you guys remember the episode, like the original, when he was on the dating app? He was on the date with the girl. They come in, hey, Mr. Kelly, so glad to see you. Ah, yes, I'll have your finest milk steak with a side order of jelly beans. Charlie, you're in there asking for milk steak. He's like, man, the pressure's on, man. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, milk steak, you'll know what that is. Nobody knows what milk steak is, Charlie. Did you eat cheese before this date? I got nervous, so I ate some cheese. How much cheese is too much cheese to eat? Any amount of cheese is too much cheese to eat before a date, Charlie. Bro, you gotta give me your shirt. He's like, bro, the shirt is just disgusting. You're sweating through it. Give me your shirt, man. No, what do you think she's gonna think? You come back with the shirt the waiter was wearing, a different shirt on. I'm a 5-star. I am a 5-star, man. Okay, so breaking to the bull side here. I'm gonna look for MHP support for longs. Like I said, flip-floppy, bullish market. That milkshake will know. No, they won't. Like, Charlie, you're bleeding. It's like, oh, these are hornet stains. I run across a lot of hornets in my line of work. So what do? I'm a full-on rapist. She's like, excuse me, a full-on rapist. Did you just say you're a rapist? A philanthropist? Yeah. I'm a janitor at a bar. Yep, that's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna wait for this flip-floppy market, volatility expanding. V's are getting bigger. You can see right here, bigger. Whatever I want to happen is going to happen. So I want this to happen. Let's wait all day until it passes through. This, a little suspicious. So bull side is becoming the stronger side. Let's investigate a few stocks while we're waiting. Nvidia and LP, which is good. Apple LP, which is good. Microsoft LP, which is good. All the tech stocks are looking the same. Amazon BSU, which is always good. TRSU, sorry. Tesla and an IP, which is even better, more volatile. Solid. The Charlie full-on rapist philanthropist joke is very similar to the Tobias Funke's first. I'm the world's first world's first analyst slash therapist, and his card was like analysis slash therapist analrapist. Do you remember his business card? He was an analrapist. Like, what is that, dude? Oh, dude, if y'all watch Arrested Development, that it was the same joke, but yeah, that was the funnier version of it. I'm world's first analyst therapist. Really, an analrapist? Great. How do you read liquidity map? So essentially off to the right, it shows you where the flow can be. Whatever I want, I'm gonna get. Here it is. Here's the S&P pullback. Good stuff. Yeah, seasons 1 through 3 were goated. The new one, it was like, I wasn't a big fan of the newest seasons, like when they were all older. And it was like way too self-referencing. Let's just try one contract, one account here, and one contract, one account, two contracts, NASDAQ, sorry. Second account, one contract, NASDAQ. So 2 trades, 2 accounts. That's it. I bought the long. Remember I said, whatever you want, you're going to get in a volatile market. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Look at that. I got it. It's a great saying in a volatile market. Remember, write this down. In a volatile market, whatever I want, I'm going to get. I want a long at orange. Oh, there it is. It's crazy how this works. It almost seems like magic, doesn't it? It's so weird how you can predict the market. How can you predict it? Because it's perfectly unpredictable. Everything's going to happen when it's volatile. Your ex used to say that a lot. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Yeah. So it's a really good saying. It almost feels like you have power over the market. You don't. But whatever you want in a volatile market is going to happen. Just tell yourself that. If it doesn't happen, then it didn't happen. But it's going to happen. What that means is the market just moves everywhere. So the probability is pretty high. Whatever you want to happen is going to happen. It's going everywhere, volatile. Whatever tap you want, whatever touch you want, whatever bounce you want, it's likely to happen. And if it doesn't, then it just didn't. How many points am I line for my stop loss? Well, let's analyze this, right? What's the largest 1-minute candle in the last hour? Let's use this bad boy right here. 782, 724, about 60 points, right? Grabbed it long in a third account. Added 2 NASDAQ contracts to that one. So I got 3 accounts. One has 2, one has 1. This one has 1 ES. So I have 1 ES long, 1 NASDAQ long, 2 NASDAQ long. Easy as that. Two NASDAQ long, that is excellent. And that's done. That's 2,000 bucks already there. And the other NASDAQ long is 900 there. 3 minutes worth of trading. The ES exited on its own at the $600 profit target I have set. Perfect. That was $5,000, 4,000 something dollars in 26 seconds of work. Deal. All right. All right. So that hit profit target. So we're good there. Whatever I want, I'm gonna get. Oh, I need to update the P&L. My bad. Sorry about that. I forgot that one was a hard lock at 600. Well, what's my hourly rate? Making $4,000 in 26 seconds. How much do I make an hour? Let's do the math here. Just kidding. This is just for fun. This isn't a real math equation. Divided by 26 is $150 a second times 60. That's $9,200 a minute. I just made $550,000 an hour. That's what Jeff Bezos must feel like, you guys. For 26 seconds of my life, I felt like Jeff Bezos. Kind of nice. Have y'all seen the meme of him like talking to his employee with two counters over their head about how much money they're making in real time? And the employee is going up like 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents. And Jeff Bezos is like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. And by the end of the conversation, Jeff Bezos made like $180,000 and this guy made like 32 bucks. Answer, about $553,000 per hour. For a moment of my life, I felt like Jeff Bezos for a hot minute. It felt great. So I basically just got my 40, 60-ish points, missed 60 points for one-to-one and closed out. That was pretty simple. In and out, 84, closed out at 59. That was 70 points. Remember, you know, in volatile markets, the two trades you see me made, it was 3 minutes and 2 minutes for the most part. You don't really have to pick a direction, ride it all the way up. You just got to be smart about in and out. Market's moving pretty quick. EST every single time, baby. Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum. Super clean. Winning streak continues still, even through yesterday. Yesterday's, I showed it on the boot camp. I finally came back around for boot camp. Yesterday, I had one of this account was, what the heck? I'm looking for a red. Oh, red here. Yesterday, I had this one was why does it keep saying green? Oh, it has its own. Oh, that's why. Here it is. Okay. So yesterday, they were both about 4,000 under, these two. These three were max profit. So whatever my max profit setting was, 1,000 each or whatever. So each one of these hit max target for profit side, and this one was also up. So my yesterday's P&L, since I wasn't here, I didn't stream in the afternoon to update you guys. So paint this one, this one. Yes. Hi. This one right here. So this one I think was like 2,000, 1,000, and 1,000, something like this. So I was green, green, and green. Of all of these were all green with the exception of one of my fundeds was down 20,000 bucks and that liquidated. Like completely, I took the full gamble because I was trying to hit that one hard. Okay. Another one of my accounts was up like 15,000. So one of them was up 15,000. The other one was down 20. And so the one that was up 15,000, that's this one right here, it's very close to 100K buffer. So I have 100K profits in that account. The other one was a newer one that only had 20K profits. So now I threw in another one. So I've got a new one. So all of these were green with the exception of the one that was lost and those two were lost. Overall, the net sum of the day was still green. So you guys just weren't able to see it because I was fence fixing as usual, but I did lose one of my funded accounts yesterday. So if you had a brutal time, don't worry, we all do. Part of it. What I put in between the charts? What do you mean? What would I be looking now to get another long? Honestly, after what I've just got out of this, the trade is the same spot could be a pivot. Again, man, like with the way the market's been playing out, I don't know if I want to play this to the long side from here. The proper trade with all things lining up here is to build a long inside of this range, right inside of here, like so, to push higher to there. Now, because I'm sort of like losing faith on this, I'll probably trade some micros on it at MHP one more time. This is, let me do a micro here. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm very uncertain about this and I want to play the volatility, I'm going to do 1 micro, 2 micros, 4 micros, and I'm going to build a whole position down in here for the same setup there. Keep it light. So normally what I would honestly be doing is sitting out, to be honest, but because I want to demonstrate some trading, I'll risk, well, let me do the calculation here. $1,200 if I'm wrong, to teach you guys a lesson in position management. So I just did the math. I'm gonna lose $1,200 if I'm wrong. On this one account, just this one account with some micros. Baby position in case it flies. Medium position in case it bounces with good confluence. Strong position in case it overshoots with confluence to bet that we get right back above. Now the problem is, opening below MHP, you guys know from the class, the majority of days will stay on the same side. It's only a small probability we break and go. So that's why I'm not eager to keep longs for a long period of time, because it's the rarest thing to break and go. Does that make sense, you guys? We have all hard times sometimes. Yeah, so like for me, my goal is to try to get, you know, a big fat payout with Funded X just to show off, instead of just, yeah, like I can go request a 50,000 and a $45,000 payout today if I wanted to. I can go get 100K from Funded X total into payouts today, but I'm not doing it until I build a big enough payout to show off. I just want to show off at this point, to get a big fat payout just to show off. It's my new challenge. Why not? If I can only choose one indicator period, which indicator would I choose? Of all the stuff that we have, if I had nothing else, if I could choose one thing, I'm curious what you guys would choose. If I could pick one thing from our tool set, what would you guys pick? I'd pick liquidity pockets probably, or MHP or resilience. Like there, you can't have resilience without MHP. That's the problem. So, or without the other indicators. Resilience is probably the best indicator, but you have to have the other ones that it goes with. So if I had the option of like, what is my favorite indicator? It's resilience, 100%. But I also need to know where MHP is to know where to act on it. So resilience is useless without MHP. So unfortunately, I can't choose that. Of the two, MHP or liquidity pocket is the best. If I only had MHP, then every single day we're above it, I would long at the open small and then long big if it tapped. Same thing every single day. Liquidity pocket is great in all scenarios. If you know where bull zone and bear zone is, then if the market's crashing, there's still a scalp in there. Like, you know where, you know, the market's bullish if you're above here, market's bearish if you're below there, and you got scalps inside of it. So look at this. That's $100 I didn't already have. Again, just scalping that up. That was just a micro. I'm making this look way too easy, huh? I'm not going for the big run up. I'm getting 60, 70 points a pop. If I smell the one indicator challenge, if I turn off everything but MHP, I think the more useful thing that'll get more trades would be MHP. You know you're in a bear market when MHP is close to the price. When it's far away, then you know you're in a bull market. Or far away below. Do I teach Anupam? I do, yeah. Yep, I need to do the blind monkey challenge. That's really the next big one I want to do. I said I'll do the blind monkey challenge when trade it when I go live with Tradeify, which should be like any freaking moment now. Is that a really good call? Oh yeah, dude. I mean, all your indicators are pretty much spot on to the bull side. You had full confluence to the long side here. I mean, remember it flip-flopped here. I didn't have full confluence on the short, which I got out quick. So I pretty much nailed all the trades today. Here and here, you had full confluence, MHP break, and the test, and whatever. Remember, guys, say it to yourself. Type it if you must. When markets are volatile, whatever I want, I'm gonna get. It's much more powerful than you think it is. You're almost like wishing it into existence. Whatever I want to get. And I said, what did I want? I want that, I want that, and I want that. So when it's here, I go, whatever I want, I'm gonna get. Oh, there it is. Isn't that crazy? Karaki says, I'm the one that we're gonna crush numbers. Yeah, dude, I hope we win, man. I think it's gonna be so much fun to show everybody how strong our team is. 100%. Remember, it's not just manifestation, it's actually admitting the odds, right? Volatility is high, so the market's gonna go everywhere on your screen. It's gonna pass through pretty much everything. So whatever I want, I'm gonna get. Because the volatility means it's gonna move everywhere, up ways, down ways, sideways. So at some point it's gonna pass through probably everything at least once, right? But yeah, but what if you didn't get it? Well, then I didn't get it, but I'm gonna get it. So it's a challenge to yourself to wait for what you want, especially markets are volatile. Non-volatile markets, you have a choice to make. Do I long at the open and do I jump in on this? Because you may not get a pullback in a non-volatile market. In a volatile market, oh baby, it's pullback city, it's chop city. So in volatile markets, just wait for something. And if the longer you wait, the better the reward. Today, you guys got to watch me, whatever I did today, this is all waiting. The 3 really nice trades you saw me make were fairly simple, right? It was shorting here to there, longing. Oh, no, sorry. Longing from there to there, and then longing from there to there. That's it. I mean, it's just reading the market left and right, finding some pivots, hitting them, getting in, and all of my trades are about 2 minutes a piece today, with the exception of this one was probably 5. What did Gamma do? Hold on. About to cash out. Did he long today? Gamma was with the same boat with me. He flip-flopped a little bit. We were short to start of the day and we both flip-flopped along. So that's good. The conditions changed. Like literally right here at about 8:45, we had a condition change. So the market picked up some steam to the long side. 15K. Let's go, man. Very cool. That was a good flip. Yeah, at the start of the day, we were both thinking short side, and then we both quickly flipped, which is good. Gamma knows the stuff, man, which is good stuff. Good stuff. Gamma's just a member of chat. I should reach out to enhanced market to everyone become alertsify, which wants to move into futures traders on his platform. Check it out. Whoever, have them reach out. They want to collab or something. That one guy take 150K Fund and X payout. Was it Funded Next or Funded Next Futures? Well, chip chop, chop chop, all the way up to the tip top. We're running it today, boys. You know, yesterday we had the biggest stream we ever had in the morning. Over 9,000 something viewers just for the 3 hours or 3.5 hours, whatever. That's crazy. Really appreciate the support you guys give us on this channel. Love y'all to death. Means a lot to me. Short from here, dude, I'm gonna tell you, the way this market's playing out, I am not wanting to take any quick trades like shorts or anything like that. Look at this. This is the craziest looking week I've seen in a very long time. With volatility pulling back the way that it is, and VVIX kind of swim up plunging, I wouldn't really trust much what you're seeing. I don't think the market's going to die from here. The fact that we've saved ourselves 2 times off of filling the gap is pretty bullish. Now, whether bullish from here today, pretty hopefully bullish in general, we'll see. But like I said, we can start to get the red candles and the market just crashed today as well. Anything can freaking happen. We did open below MHP. It's going to try to rebalance itself down there as much as it can. So as you see, I'm not chasing longs for a straight run move. You can see how it's chopping on the way up. I think the greater signal today is bullish in general. But like I said, anything can happen. In all honesty, you guys want my real opinion, this is a day you sit out of. This is not a day you risk a lot on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the market rallies like 1,000,000 points today, just, you know, it's kind of like, let it. Let's get a giveaway going on in a second here. Not yet. Don't type anything yet, guys. Don't type anything yet. Whatever I want to get. Well, what do I want today? Let's see. I want an MHP break that freaks the market out and drops pretty quick and then overshoots that. And then I can scrape out a pocket trade or a DD band trade. And yeah, that's what I want. So I'm gonna wait for that. Whatever I want, I'm gonna get. If I don't get it, then I don't get it. Technique, yeah. So you need to have futures data to get the futures indicators, yeah. Correct. In volatile markets, your goal is to be patient, to wait for your setup. Don't ever chase anything volatile market. Whatever you want, you're going to get. From the philosophy that I teach you is wait for your setup. That's all it means. Wait for your setup. When markets are volatile and crazy, it's more likely to happen because it will travel all over the place. So whatever I want, I'm going to get. I don't want this, so I'm not going to play that one. Easy peasy day, man. Oh, be today if today just has some kind of random. That'd be beautiful. But yeah, so the like sell-off squeeze and the re-squeeze, this is probably a bottom. This is like a bottoming sort of event. The way that it kind of just flushes and then catalyzes itself at the end and then squeezes back up to the top. This could be the bottoming event, which is good. How long did it take for me to build my fund and X accounts? These, about a month, a little bit over a month, maybe. Whenever their last no DLL sale was, maybe that was late August. All right, we got backyard stuff. So we kind of like, I need some ideas from you guys. We can no longer put a fountain because the HOA axed our fountain idea. Can't have a water feature in the backyard. So either A, we get something that looks like a fountain and like play music to make it sound like a fountain, or we need some kind of giant centerpiece in the middle of the backyard. What's a good thing to put out there? Like a giant, like, you know, naked statue of myself or something. Like, what could I put out in my backyard as like a conversational statement piece or something? A Sasquatch statue. I'm listening. I didn't say no to that. A massive treehouse. Fuck them. That's funny. All right, so today I'm just waiting for pullback over here to MHP. So that's what I'm waiting for. Again, same thing here, but mostly here. I want these A pluses here. Have I told the HOA I make $500,000 an hour? I need to let them know that. A whoosh fan, a statue of a bull. How random, just a giant dolphin statue, like coming out of the ground. Safari animals, leather jacket of black fur patches. That's incredible. Can I have a bird bath? I don't know. Do we have any bird law experts here that can help me with the HOA? Giant pickle portrait. There we go. Wood burning brick oven. That sounds kind of cool, actually. All the Matt characters, like a statue of every single one of the old Matt pictures. Can I do a water ball? Yeah, I can do any water feature. The sound of water could be annoying to the neighbors. This is what the HOA is like. Remember, this original HOA, this place that we live in, is like a retirement community for like old rich people, I feel like. It's like half of the community are young, successful folks. The other half of the community are like retired, you know, 70, 80-year-old 100 millionaires and shit. It's like a wealthy memorial community with old rich people. So the HOA is like old rich people. You must have warm milk every night for bed. No sounds to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really feels like that. It kind of like feels like living in a retirement community sometimes. A statue of Peter Griffin would be great. They're not, remember, the big battle at our HOA was like everybody wanted, we had some extra money and some extra land. And so they wanted to spend the money on the land to buy a gym. So the community could have a gym to work out at by the pool, like a little community center with like a gym, tables, because they have their freaking HOA meetings at the swimming pool, where that's the only place where there's a gathering with a roof. So everybody stands around the pool to listen to the HOA people. There's not even a freaking room for us to go to. So let's build a community center with a gym, with tables, indoors, because it's Texas. And the old people of the community are like, oh, we don't want a gym. Let's fix the back gate with the money. So that's kind of what it's like here. A statue of Batman. That'll piss everybody off. Oh, that's hilarious. A statue of me riding the Wall Street Building. A gas fire pit. We're already getting a gas fire pit, so that's one of the things we're getting. Buy out all the neighbors around you, place a fountain in the middle. Hell yeah. How can you not want a gym? Well, I mean, I guess if you're retired, you don't want a gym, but we're like a community center, you know, like, and the funny thing was in the meetings, like the people are standing up outside in the pool, wiping sweat. One argument is like a community center would be an air conditioned room for us to have these meetings in, that we're all out here sweating out under the sun. Why don't we buy this plot of land and make something for the community with it? They're like, no, it's going to be an eyesore. No one's going to use it. Who wants to pay $10 a month extra for their HOA for a gym? I was like, I pay like $300 a month for my current gym. Yes, I'll pay 10. easily. So yeah, this is what adulting feels like. You guys don't ever grow up. Do I want MHP a second time? Do I want to let this mofo crash out? Guys, make a vote for me. Are we gonna take the A plus EST every single time, set up MHP one more time, or let it break and fall? Should I let it break and fall? This is a second long entry and I don't want to take it. I feel like I do want to let it break and fall, right? EST, you guys are, y'all are some. What are HOAs for? You're not from the US? Yeah, dude. So like essentially when you buy a house, you know, you're like, you know, you live in an apartment, right? You're like, shit, I can't change anything because I don't own the apartment. I can't knock walls down. I can't put a hot tub in my bedroom because it's an apartment. Let me buy a house because in that case, I own the house. Then I can do whatever I want. But then there's a homeowners organization that's designed to protect the value of the homes around you that doesn't let you do what you want because it's like living in an apartment, except you now own it. You can't do anything with it without them approving it. And if you violate their terms and stuff, they can like fine you and sue you and shit. Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah. It's like if Toby from The Office was an organization of old people who want you to turn the noise down at 8 p.m. If you ever watch The Office. Homeowners Association is like a group of Tobys. Yeah, they can evict you. It's crazy. Yeah, like they can really like fuck you up. Like you leave your trash can out for a day, you get a letter on your thing. Actually, we noticed this is the third time you've left your trash can out beyond the trash can removal date. See policy 27AB/2/A, where trash cans must be removed precisely by 8:15 p.m. on Friday night, or else you may receive a fine of up to $25 and or confiscation of your trash can. You're like, what? And you pay them for it. It's like the government, man. You pay them to ruin your lives. You know what I'm saying? You've had that letter? Oh, bro, I get that letter like once a week. Yeah. Fuck your trash. You can confiscate my trash can. That's some next level trolling. Not only are we going to fine you, but then you got to buy another $40 trash can. You've got that letter, dude. I hate those trash notices. Bro, they're the worst, right? Like, I'm a busy guy. I left the trash can for a day. Yes, I devalued my neighbor's property by 0.001%. Like, IDOC and I have a new saying that we say most of the time. We usually say like, you know what? Fuck it. They can eat a dick. That's what she said yesterday. Let's just get the water fountain. They can eat a dick. That's literally what she said. But then the water fountain company was like, yeah, we're not going to build it unless we get your HOA's approval. So they've interrupted commerce. I can't even go build it because the homeowner association has to approve it, because even the custom, water fountain company won't even go and build it. By another company, yeah. So we were like, who's gonna know? That's what our thought was. And I feel every other young maverick out there is like, who's gonna know? It's probably a very expensive mistake to go against your homeowners group, but whatever. Koi pond. A koi pond would be nice, but they said no installing water features, period. No water, anything. No standing water because of mosquitoes. No ponds, no pools, no hot tubs, nothing. Yeah. But I mean, you want to live in like a rich area inside the city, you gotta like pay your dues. Where I used to live before this house was I had a house in the city, so like in the middle of the city, where like the bus station was like, a mile away, and migrants would like, pound on your door in the middle of the night, like meth heads like banging on my door in the middle of the night. And I'm just like, there's no HOA there. I can leave my trash can all fucking day if I wanted to. One time there's a guy sleeping on my driveway. I loved it. And she hated it. I loved it. I didn't care. I had one guy in the street was doing this. It's really funny. I looked out my window in the street. He was like, and he was jumping backwards and stepping backwards, staring at the ground. So like, I kind of want some of what he was on. It looked like a fun trip. I could tell he was dancing or fighting monsters or something, but it was kind of cool because he was like dancing backwards in some way. And yeah, there's no HOA down there in the city though, but then you're in the city, you know what I'm saying? So you love those NPCs. Yeah, when the patch for the game comes out and there's a few bugs in the game, your NPCs are like walking into walls and stuff. Yeah. Do all the rich areas have HOA? No, just like the snotty ones, dude. Like where we live in Memorial. Like, look, in Houston, River Oaks, Memorial, those areas are where the snotty, snobby people live. Snobby, old money, rich oil people. So it's super, super duper snobby. So the HOA is going to be like extra dose of Karen. So, yeah. Yeah, you can leave the trash can out, but you might get shot when you go get it. Yeah, like one time, okay, so here's the EST long setup. I could try it one more time. The fact that it's gone once, gone twice, gone 3 times, they're back there. I'm probably going to avoid the EST, even though I should take it every single time. This is a good, decent long entry from here, but I'm kind of like exhausted on this day. I want to let it try to do something different. But yeah, this is the long setup. The best one from at least in this hour, but I'm not going to take it. Play water, running water music. Yeah, that's what we were thinking about. Think of a statue of a massive Karen. Oh, that'd be really funny. Your HOA was corrupt. They were skimming. Dude, and that's even worse. Like, yeah, people like stealing from the honey pot from the HOA. Yeah. I could go buy a bunch of land and like live off the grid. That would be something that I could eventually do. I'm just like addicted to the city. I love it, but you know, freaking iDoc wanted, you know, like one time somebody came to my door. I'm like live streaming at the time, like walk, you know, I had like a front door. My office was on the first floor. It's the front door. Knock. I walk over there, open the door. There's like a 5 foot tall. I assume he looked like he was from South America, Central America, somewhere, probably Mexico or something. And he had tattoos head to toe. Eye drop tattoos on his eyes. Reeked. The guy smelled. Had a tank top on and a backpack. And he was like, you know, can I cut your yard? $5. And I was like, $5 to cut my yard? I was like, yeah, like right now? He's like, yeah, $5. He's just like looking at me like $5. I was like, yeah, $5. Cool. I closed the door. So yeah, good deal. Open the door. He's like, can I borrow your lawnmower? I was like, oh, no, I was like, no, I don't have a lawnmower. I thought you were just from there's no crew? Like, where's the truck? Where's the stuff? I thought you were just with the crew. Like the crew goes by and knocks on the door and you know, that's how you're getting business. He's like, I thought you said you're going to pay me $5. I was like, I don't have a lawnmower. He was like, why would you say you're going to let me cut the grass? And I'm just like, I was like, look, man, I'm going to go. Good luck with that. And I shut the door and he hits the door with his hands like that. Guy was pissed. Yeah, so I thought I was going to have to whoop some ass. He hit my door with his hands. I was like, all right. I didn't have $5 to give him. I didn't have any cash on me. So I was like, then I looked out the peephole and he walked across to the neighbor's house. Knocking on her door too. Some nice old lady. Oh, that's what it used to be like. That time I didn't have my gun on me when I answered the door, but the guy was tiny. I didn't even decide to grab it. He looked like he was somebody that just got off the bus, because the bus station, you know, is downtown. And we get, like I said, we get migrants all the time. People just take the bus from city to city, hop off in a new place, just looking for work, honest work. You know, guy probably just got out of prison, looking to make a buck. you know, probably living on the streets, whatever. But that's what it was like, you know, and IDOC didn't like that kind of stuff. She's like, you know, hey, I kind of want gated community with security guards and whatever, so I will upgrade to the fans. Now we got snobby HOAs to deal with. I'd rather take my chance with the meth heads in the street than the HOA. That scares me more. HOA. Anyways, let's get ready for giveaways. Give me a second, you guys. We're gonna do ETF today in a second. I think that's my Instagram. That's not my giveaway. That's not my giveaway either. And it's that. Where did it go? Yeah, that guy was hella pissed that I didn't give him $5 to mow the yard. Now I don't have a lawnmower. That's like, that's the point. If I had a lawnmower, I'd just do it myself. And my yard was like, you know, like 3 feet by 4 feet. It was like 12 square feet and it just had an air conditioner in it. There's just a couple weeds in the front. There's like literally no yard in that house. That was a townhouse in the middle of the city. So I had barely any yard at all. But the grass around the air conditioner would like start to look like a jungle after a couple months. So yeah, I was like, yeah, come through here, knock it down. It sounds good to me. I thought you said you were gonna pay me to cut the grass. Where's your crew? Where's your crew at, man? Normally the grass cutters, they got a crew, they got a truck, they got the equipment. Type in ETF, you guys. Like I said, you know, nothing bothers me or scares me in the city. I you know, I've lived in the city for so long. I'm used to it all. Sitting in the coffee shop, guy walks out of the bathroom in his underwear. Just homeless guy just took a shower in the coffee shop. You know, I mean, I'm used to it. It's the city, but we kind of got the suburban, suburban feel now over at the old HOA. Honestly, yeah, I just need to buy like 50 acres of land and build a complex off the grid. I can do whatever I want. That's the move. That's the move right there. Give me some land and build me a fishing pond back in the back and shooting range. Oh yeah. Like Texas style, like a giant lodge sort of feel to it. Just big, open, like wood, everything. Drive everywhere in a golf cart. Yeah, no neighbors, no nothing. Sub X2. Okay, yeah, thanks. Let me click it. Looks like the hedge pressure EST. Did you guys take it? I know I kind of wussed down on it, but did y'all take any trades here? That's another 20 points in S&P. Dude, it's just moving all over the place. How many times monthly hedge has popped up a decent scalp today on NASDAQ? 60, 80 points, 60, 80 points. Yeah, nice, right? I didn't. All right. We're gonna give away 4 direct to funded elite trader funding accounts for now. So direct to funded, right? Straight to funded is the way to go when it comes to accounts. Let me give you guys some info about it. All right, so they have essentially their product line is here. They have a static account for beginners. So currently there's a 70% off sale going with ETF. They have static, which I tell people, static is the easiest account to pass, period, of any trading account out there. The bigger static is 137 bucks after our discount for $2,000. Normally it's $450. So we get 70% off on this, and it's a $2,000 non-trailing drawdown. You need to make 4,000 before you lose 2,000. That is a 50% drawdown to profit target ratio, which is fantastic. Anything above 50 is good. 50 or above is good. So the idea is dirt cheap, no trailing drawdown, fantastic. So they have a sale on that. Fast Track is very similar to your, or One Step is similar to your Apex account, just your typical trailing drawdown. It's like Apex, like TPT Pro, like Tradeify Advanced, very similar setup, trailing drawdown, entry level account, slightly cheaper. Fast Track is an expert with the deadline, and then direct to funded. That's their products. So you have basically a trailing drawdown, a static account, and then an end of the day direct to funded. This is what we're giving away, which is really nice. Direct to funded are kind of like, you know, I'm live with these guys, so I don't trade it, but I trade direct to funded with Tradeify until I go live there. Direct to funded is great because you skip the eval side of things, and you don't have to like all your effort going into eval just for it to blow up or for it to get wasted. Kind of sucks. Direct to funded from day one, you're actually funded. So it obviously costs a little bit more, but you can just buy your way into a funded account. And these are all the rules with it. You have to make your profit target. These are the payouts. Every 15 days, you can get chunks of payouts like this. And once you make 25,000, they'll put you to live. It's a straightforward path to live. I went live with these guys. Pretty nice. Daily payouts on the live, which is really nice. But that's it. You get a free funded account to check out. The 50Ks, it's it. And all you have to do is meet your minimum profit on your active trading day rule. And then once you make your min profit, it counts as a day. Hit your profit target, and then you're good. Pretty straightforward. And that's it. We're gonna do a bunch of giveaways today, so this is our big one. But yeah, ETF 70% off. Like I said, I really recommend the static if you're having trouble in prop firms to pass, you know, certain types of prop firms, the trailing drawdown. Static is like, it's leagues easier to pass. Come in. No, fuck you. How do you flip me off with your toes and your fingers? No, fuck you back. How can you? IDOC just did this with her hands and her feet. You win. Thanks for the coffee, by the way. It's pumpkin spice latte. It's pumpkin spice latte, bitches. Let's go. I need my Uggs to go with it. And my cowboy hat. I need my cowboy hat and my Uggs. And my PSL, my pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, pumpkin spice latte memes. It's pumpkin spice latte season. Imagine, like, remember Tyler's reel where he's like, making my way downtown. That's where you have your like pumpkin spice latte, your giant jug of water, and your Uggs, and you're just like skipping around town, super happy. The Rift Trader. Hey, it says Futures Trader 120, Tradeify Grand Cup champion, Team Rocket Scooter. Let's go. The Rift Trader winner number 1. Awesome. Trade Sniper yesterday. Roga the Lamb. I haven't heard any of these songs yet. What's up? When's the designer coming? Why don't you just go then? Why not?
I want to get there before they
Live your life, live. What are you doing with your toes over there? I need a haircut, man. Hold on. Let me text my boy.
On dispatch, hot street, never cool, pressure climbing, unstoppable, untouchable trades aligning. Green street, winds piling, sniper on the NASDAQ gains I'm finding.
This is good, man. It has like a Limp Bizkit kind of feel to it. I love it. I'm a huge West Borland fan, you know, so hell yeah. You know, being in such a, you know, like poppy Tool band, he actually was like a really good guitar player. All right. Kid Rock feel, yeah. It's good. This is good. This is Rogue's song.
Algorithmic rhythm, scooter charts, S&P, liquidity waves, ride smooth, profit see, index climb, pinnacle reach, bull roam, rocket scooter, wisdom, these maps, my home.
Looks like we are breaking MHP this time. Lotus Chess, next winner. I guess that's bulls. That would be kind of nice. Am I feeling this for the long side? I kind of am, but let's see. What is resilience? Oh, everything's pulling back a little bit. VIX is sort of stabilizing here.
Phone rings out like a trumpet blast. I pick it up quick but regret it fast. Hello, sir, this is Google Tech, but the accent's thick and the vibes are rap.
This reminds me of Cake.
Charts are green, candles climbing is a trading dream. Then he says my account's been breached. Man, my
Not in a trade right now, no.
construction flooring in
He's going the distance.
jackhammers turning dreams to shards. But I won't lose my
Retro, next winner.
way. I'm back in
Cake with some good stuff.
construction flooring in the yard. Jackhammers turning dreams to shards.
He's going for speed.
No way I'm backing out. D-Trade, we take it every single time. No scammer or hammer can mess with my prime. E-Trade,
Yeah.
the market's mine to climb. I'm locked in, I'm fine. We'll hit that line. The backyard's chaos.
Want this?
It's a concrete storm. Workers arguing over some misinformed form. I yell out, guys, can we calm this down?
Tastes like it tastes like spices.
Yeah.
The pumpkin, it like tastes like a little bit of pumpkin, but it mostly tastes like clove and cinnamon and
Yeah.
nutmeg.
I'm not turning back.
Like the flavor of pumpkin pie is really just the flavor of like condensed milk, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The pumpkin flavor everybody likes is mostly those spices. That'd be a good long here.
To shards. But I won't lose my focus now.
So the DTF account is 1-to-1 scaling. I don't think they do 10-to-1 scaling there.
Flooring in the yard. Jackhammers turning dreams to shards. But I won't lose my focus now. No
Trump meeting with the president of Ukraine. Yeah. Better get a little bounce here. I don't know. What do y'all think? It's like I said, whatever I want, I want to get. So I want to get this little deeper dip here to buy, but I think this might be a good place to long from. Why don't I try it with my big account? Famous last words. Actually, let me get a different account that I can play on this one right here. I haven't played on this one yet.
Construction's roaring in the yard. Jackhammers turning dreams to shards. But I won't lose my focus now. No way I'm backing out.
All right, let me grab this in one. I might take the long here in one account. Do I do it? All right, that's 4 of you guys, right? All right, so the 4 of you, Elmi, Sungam Style, Retro, Lotus Chess. Wait, it did it again. We gave away 5 on accident. Holy crap. The freaking bot doesn't register everybody's damn thing until after. Oh, hell. I always do this. I was supposed to give away 4 and I accidentally gave out 5. It's okay. All right, for the winners, Elmi. It's like it doesn't register what you guys write. Let me close that out for profit. Perfect. That's $1,000 in and out on one account. Okay, Elmi, Sungam Style, Retro, Lotus Chess. Damn it, I missed out on more of this move because I was too busy fumbling with this. All right, you winners, go to my Discord. Go to the contest channel. Discord link is in the description below. Contest channel, talk to an admin named Slacks. Wait to hear this song on. Send him a screenshot of your YouTube ID. Have an account with ETF already. Let him know the email of that account. He'll give you instructions on how to claim your free direct fund accounts. You guys are now funded traders. Elite Trade Funding. It's amazing. Like I said, 80 or 70% off sale they have on all their accounts right now. Definitely worth picking up. But that's it for now. Now we'll do another giveaway in about 20 minutes for some I funded, some Tradeifys. We're gonna do all kind of fun stuff today. It will register winner if they type after the timer, but before the next name is picked. Okay. So the scaling rule, 10-to-1 and 5-to-1, basically means for every 1 mini they give you, they'll let you trade 5 micros or 10 micros. So obviously like 10-to-1 is the best, which allows you to scale pretty well. Like you can buy, if they say 2 contract minimum, then it lets you trade 20 micros. You want that max amount of granularity. If it's 5-to-1, then for every 1 mini they give you, they'll let you trade 5 micros. So that's less cool. So the more is the better, even during the spinning animation. All right, so I'm gonna have a new rule so this doesn't happen. The new rule is as follows. If it doesn't show up on the bot before I spin the wheel, then you don't win. And Slacks, if you're here, make sure we watch that. Because yeah, if you type in late, if I've already spun the wheel, it gives away an extra account. So that's just like a flaw in the bot. Okay, yeah. So if your name's not in 50K DTF deriv 50Ks. Yes, if your name's not typed in before I spin it again, then don't count. Rio's asking about the DD band. So the DD band is actually a risk interval band from yesterday's close. Yesterday's close plus or minus a distance from this algo right here. It's in this table that I'm scrolling through. All futures contracts have its own risk interval, and that's based on the CME program that sets margin requirements. So We reverse engineered that program to come out with the ranges, and it's a beautiful setup. DD band is a 100% predictable high volume pivot every single time. It never fails 100% of the time. You see this right here? You see when we broke the DD band today, do you see how the volume like not only was going up, but do you see the volume spikes here on the break? That's proof that that's it. Contest is over, you guys. Contest is over. All right. Yeah, from now on, here's the new rule. Ready for the contest? If I say you win, you win. If I say you didn't win, you didn't win. If I didn't see your name typed in chat and you didn't win, you think you did, I win. I choose. So I'm tired of going extra accounts because people type in late. We'll just be fair. If I don't see your name, it doesn't count. To make sure I see your name, if you've won. Make it that easy because we have to give away an extra account because somebody late claimed their price. Okay, anyways, do we all see this, guys, right here? So when you get to the band, there's a mysterious volume pressure that just appears at exactly that level. And especially when you break it, volume goes crazy when you break it. This is a structure point in the market. And this risk structure is like one of the coolest things that you'll ever see, especially here. It never, never, never is wrong. It is 100%. Very few people can have indicators as 100%. Does everybody see right here in futures on NASDAQ? Do you see when we touch the band? Do y'all see that volume spike here, right over here? Okay, everybody see this? Here, okay, cool. So here, that's what DD band is. It's predictable volume spike. And then when you break through it, volume gets crazy. As you see, as we're breaking through it right here, volume starts, it's irrational volume. So there's a lot of structure that's keeping the market in check right here. And when structure is lost, volume just goes out of control at any point in time. So it's a high volume pivot. Now the odds and stats of this thing is actually even more amazing, is that only 4% of days will close outside of the band on the bottom and 8% on the top. So 88% of days will stay in between the bands. So when it's like lounging down in here, if you have a strong pivot, I always bet that it comes back in, or at least trade it back to the band. It's very rare that you break through and go. Now again, when it breaks through and goes, the market crashes pretty bad. But most days, that band is a really strong high volume pivot. Pre-market, post-market, during market, whatever it is. Every time you touch it, it's volume. And when you start to like hold it, like, right, there's a very strong support that it wants to hold. And I use that as a really strong pivot. It's one of my strongest pivots I have. It's based on margin requirements. It's a really neat little hack that we made to figure that out. All right, so today I'm a little confused about how today's going to play out. It's tried to fail a couple times. I grabbed one quick scalp here. Oh, sorry. Let me update the OP. I was trying to get it in a second account, but I didn't. I was thinking about my big account, but I didn't get a chance to because I was in the middle of doing the contest. But I missed out. I grabbed it in one account for 9. So this account now has 900 bucks in it, and that is profit target that I was looking for in that account, 900. Because that account is getting a payout today. This will be my 4th payout with Tradeify this week. I'm gonna pay out almost every day with Tradeify this week. GD band is just from my platform. I get it from the stream. Yeah, so last night I shorted MHP. Today I shorted MHP, then I longed MHP, longed MHP, longed MHP. So I've made like 0 losing trades today. Well, no, my first trade was a loss, but then I turned that around and turned it into a win. So my first trade was shorting ES, and then I stopped. The market went to there, and then I shorted NASDAQ there. Here, took the profit on that. Got out of the way. Then when it broke to the upside and went up there, I waited on the dip. I longed on the dip. I longed on the dip. I longed. So I just rotated in accounts a couple at a time. I'm working them all green. So other than my first S&P loss, the overall the account was green. So I only lost one trade and won like 4, 5. What platform do I trade with? This is Tradeovate, and I also trade in my own. I also use my own Rocketseer platform here to do my analysis. Where's Tyler G? He owes you $5. I haven't seen Tyler in a little bit. He's a busy boy. He's doing his own thing now. He doesn't love us anymore. What an asshole. I'm so sad. You know what I'm saying? He goes out there and gets famous and all of a sudden doesn't care about his best friends anymore. It hurts my feelings, man. Yeah, Elmy to the spreadsheet. Yeah, that was Elmy too, Andrew. Yeah. He got busy making his way downtown, walking fast, faces fast. And he's homebound, you know. But let's just see that reel that he made. It was so funny. Is he mowing somebody's lawn? He's probably doing something. No, I mean he's been getting busy, man. His brand's been going pretty big, so he's gotten a lot of got a lot going on. We text though. He stays in touch. Busy boy. I'm on pace to become the biggest futures live streamer in here. Well, I hope so. That'd be kind of nice. We have 500,000 views this month. We used to have about 150,000 views a month. Now we had 500,000. We're slated to have 1 million views by the end of the month. Ridiculous. This trade, no, I'm gonna wait for the A+ setups this time at the bottom. I'm gonna wait for the break setup. This volatility bouncing up and down, it's just scary. Market can move pretty quick. If we crush in these next 2 tournaments, oh boy, man, the size of the community is just gonna double and double. You know, this is the second tournament I've won in a year. I won one last October, first place, the ETF one. Now I'm going to be competing in 3 tournaments. I've got Ninja, I've got Tradeify, and then I've got AMC Revenge. That's what we're branding it as. And we got graphics and everything coming out for it. If you guys want to make some graphics for the AMC challenge, call it AMC Revenge. Feel free to go to town with AI so I can put it all over social media. Matt versus Matt. Oh, we're gonna market and everything. I'm gonna buy ads to promote. Here's the other thing I planned. I'm gonna put $20,000 into an ad budget and pump out ads for this tournament, Matt versus Matt. I'm gonna give him some press, give me some press, bring everybody to it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run ads for it. You want to see the biggest trading challenge left and right? Remember AMC? Want to watch the Revenge? AMC Revenge. About like it's gonna be like a boxing showdown. Oh yeah, dude, I'm paying for ads for it. Is my resilience frozen? It doesn't look like it's frozen. We'll check. Come for the biggest trader versus trader showdown in the history of trading. I'm gonna just market it. Yeah. I don't think why would resilience be frozen? Is it different than yours? It looks good. The green and red arrows are the flow directions from pivot to pivot. So what they do is they tell me like hedge pressure, if you open above, then hedge pressure is a pressure off of orange. If you open below, it's a pressure off of orange that way, right? So I use it as a cheat sheet so that I can plan up some trades. Like as an example here, if you number 2, the path of 2, if you open below orange and then you break through orange, it's a big run up to next resistance. That's what that translates to. And so today, if we open below orange and it breaks through orange, it's a big run up to next resistance. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have a resistance target here, but Nasdaq did, right? Nasdaq's resistance target was to the gap fill. So I use it so I can help easily plan out a trade and then find distances. An example today is this is a weird day because we're kind of flip-flopping in high volatility, but a normal bull market, 1A, 1B is like a trade setup I can do is like longing at the open. And if I resist the open and fall, I can take a second trade from this orange line. Because there's pressure, like from hedging. We call it hedge pressure. But long pressure, right? You see some long order flow coming in, like exactly at that orange. You can see that order flow pushing every single time, right? It just falls and then somehow it's like it's got a little whoosh that kind of lifts it up. It's exploiting hedge pressure, which is the whoosh. I mean, we call it the whoosh fan here for fun, but it's just a net strong wind of longing that appears maximized at that level. So DD Bands is a paid service. This entire trading platform is a trading platform. All of these tools are built into it. If you use this trading platform, all the tools come with it. So we actually built the trading platform. What was the reason for the short MHP overnight, Jacob? Because we opened below MHP dynamic. On NASDAQ, the MHP dynamic was like, or S&P was like the one it tapped, I think. If I remember correctly. I deleted it since then. But I think S&P dynamic was like right here. So when S&P went up and tapped MHP, I shorted NASDAQ and I shorted S&P. Just because when you open below MHP for the first time in dynamic, it's like, okay, tonight I'm going to short. And I originally told people in bootcamp, I said, I'm probably going to sit out unless it looks really good. And I made the last minute decision in the middle of like working on the fence to go ahead and take the short. NASDAQ opened below, right? The orange line there. S&P opened below. It was a no-brainer short. S&P opened below, bumped into it, went up, overshot. I built positions on, like basically I remember shorting like it exactly in this candle. When it hit and went up a little bit, I just piled into some shorts on the overshoot, which was here and here. And then I ran into full profit. Probably took like an hour or so for profit and I got out. It just fell on all the rest of the evening. Yeah, probably about to like maybe here. I think I got like 20 points or something like that. I let them run until they capped out. Like I have profit targets set on these things. So they just ran until they closed out on their own. Can I trade the AMP account in Rocket Scooter? Yeah, you can. You can actually trade your brokerage account in Rocket Scooter. Yeah, like AMP account will work here. We're looking for a disbuy? Yeah, today I am. Yeah. Now with the crazy volatility we had, I am going to kind of sort of wait a little bit to see how it manifests. But it's trying to break MHP and it's failing. So in light of the last couple of days of volatility, I'm going to go after the trend I've seen the last little bit and not take any more MHP bounces. Instead, let it fall a little bit further. Somebody said, why was your comment deleted? What comment, Jerome Kim? What did you say? I don't see any deleted comments. If you type certain keywords, from the auto ban on the bot, it'll auto remove your comment. But I don't think it deleted. He said if MHP reset at night session. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. So every night at 5:45, it'll reset. We have a new calculation at 5:45. Am I gonna trade the AMC account on stream? Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, that's gonna be the focus of the stream. The one account. You guys watch me just trade one account in full transparency. Yeah. Hold on. I think I gotta go downstairs and talk to these people here. Hold on. Quick break. Yes, sir, Jerome. Yeah, I don't think it deleted. If you say certain keywords like, I don't know, it deletes like the bot auto mod, but I don't think your comment was deleted purposely. I didn't see any deleted comments in the logs. Okay, be right back. 10 minutes. How do you get CQG if you don't have a live account? You have to, okay, so CQG is a data API that just connects you to a broker. You have to buy futures data from somewhere. If you bought it from here, it would be very expensive because we're not a brokerage. Futures data costs $75 a month to get. Unless you have a brokerage account, the CME Group only charges you $1. So the way that you get cheap futures data in any platform is to open a brokerage account and then pay the $12 or whatever it is for the API and the level 1 order book. Top of book orders. That's why we do it that way, because other than that, if I bought a data feed and redistributed it, you're going to pay $75 a month per exchange. So because the CQG route is, if you, the hack is, if you have an active brokerage account, you can tunnel that futures data to our platform for free. And brokers will only charge you the educational rate, which is $1 per exchange, which is fantastic. That's why we do that. So any broker will work that works with CQG. And the one that everyone here pretty much uses is AMP, because AMP is the cheapest of all of them. And if you're just buying data, AMP requires a $100 minimum deposit. Again, we have no relationship with AMP or anything like a non-affiliate or something. It's just any futures broker that works with CQG will work here. Philip, Dorman, AMP, Iron Beam, I think, Edge Clear. Yeah, so AMP is the one everybody here usually picks, just because everyone here shares info with each other, and AMP was revealed to be the least expensive of all of them. And it's also really good. I've used AMP for many years. It's exactly what you want. No problems with it. But you, like I said, you pick a broker that works, but those are the majors. Like, you know, everyone has probably a Philip or a Dorman account. They'll work here. The only thing that doesn't work is Ninja Tradeovate, because Ninja and Tradeovate kind of purposefully shut everyone out because they want their own ecosystem to flourish. They don't support third-party platforms. They're very anti. So you can't connect your Tradeovate accounts here, which kind of sucks. Okay, I'll be right back. Yo, what did I miss out on? Nice, crazy long market. What the hell? Whew, that's a long 10 minutes. Sorry, I was out there fixing the fence and the turf and everything. Hey, whew, why is the first thing I read when I get here is don't be nasty? Hold on. Who's being nasty in chat? All right. Hold on, I'm reading chat. Who's this fucking idiot Kai that's ruining chat? Oh my god. Which guru community are you from, loser? Jesus Christ. All right, I banned that guy. You guys are really bad at rage bait. Like, listen, you guys are getting rage baited by some other community guru. That could fucking Matt Kors, for all you know. Jesus Christ. No, he's banned. No, you guys took the bait. You're being rage baited by somebody. That's all right. No, guys, listen. I've been in the business for long enough to know y'all being rage baited. Do I need to buy indicators? Do I need to buy this? What does Matt do? I'm reading what he said. Look, y'all are just being baited. Have y'all studied? Are y'all able to profit using strategies? I studied ICT, obscure and difficult. I know exactly who that is. His name's Curtis, all right? I know exactly who that is. Because when you have fucking loser idiots who troll you all the time, you know exactly who it is. The language doesn't ever change. How you doing, Curtis? Oh, he's from a loser community. Oh no, trust me. The way that these weirdos talk, you can't change a language pattern. I know exactly who it is, but he was from China. Yeah, China, my ass. guys. No. Y'all are getting rage baited by some other guru community. I've been in the business long enough to know what it sounds like when someone's legit and someone's genuine. Wait till I'm gone for 10 minutes, then start pressing the community. Doubt what Matt's doing. Is something he's doing is real? How do you know it's real? Wasn't he always losing his trades? The same person that says the same thing every day. As a matter of fact, this person runs a fake Twitter account saying the same thing every day too. Trust me, I know. My lawyers also know. That's the funny part. Yeah, we know who it is. Can't tell. I'm technically not allowed to speak about it, or else I could tell you a little bit more. But y'all take the bait so easy. I'm getting rage baited by some other thing. Wow, nice long trade off of MHP. I missed out on that. Will I be coaching us during the Trader Fight tournament? I will, kind of like The Voice, right? We can have like meetups to talk about, you know, coaching you guys in trading. That'd be kind of dope. Titan says, oh, I knew it was you, bud. Why are they obsessed with you? Well, because I got really big. And like in this world where there's like a million people trying to just make it in the space, like to try to make a buck in trading. Well, they can't win at trading. So let's knock that off the list. Well, they got to sell, you know, services and coaching and, you know, other stuff and indicators and algos and whatever, you know, just to pay their bills and support their family. And, you know, occasionally, you know, they'll make a little bit of money, but in a limited circle, let me draw like the pie chart of people. In a limited circle of like futures community, you know, you got some big ones. You got like, you know, Pat is pretty big. Us, you know, we're really big. You know, other ones, Rips, Brian, you know, everybody on futures is big. Matt. But like everyone else, like the 999,000 other gurus are like fighting for this piece of the pie right here. So they get a little cutthroat with each other against the people that are big. It's called engagement farming or clout chasing, whatever you want to say. Is all you have to do is start some drama with someone bigger. It's called drama up, right? You go drama up with someone bigger. Never calls drama with someone smaller, someone bigger. And then you get 3 or 4 people out of the 10,000 people that watch that thing, go watch the smaller thing. Now, the reason bigger people don't do it, because gaining 3 followers isn't a big deal. But someone with like 50 subscribers, 3 is a big number, right? You're fighting over the smallest piece of the pie. So they do stuff like that to rage bait you, cast doubt. It's good to question traders, obviously, but I've seen it enough and I know that person's language enough that I know that it's them. Person's an absolute tool and works for an absolute tool. But yeah, so at the end of the day, the whole point is, you know, rage baiting, casting doubt, just to shake things up. And a lot of it just comes out of jealousy because you're big and someone's not. I mean, we got big. They all came in, right? So it's just part of it. Here's how I know you got baited. How come Matt shows green, but all his trades today are red? And then the person said, well, actually, I didn't watch the stream today when someone corrected them. That, you know, you're getting trolled. That's it. Making up fake story. They weren't even here. That's what they said. Well, all his trades are red. So actually one of them was red and then it turned green. Then all of them are green. You guys watched them all. And then they admitted they weren't even here. So don't, you know, it's always going to be like that. And as we get bigger and get more of an audience, it's going to keep getting bigger like that. There's always some small influencer. You know, we're going to get 1 million views this month on our channel. That's ridiculous, right? There's some people that can't get 200 views a day. And, you know, the difference between my salary and theirs is 2 extra zeros, not 1. You know what I mean? But in the trading world, it's dog eat dog. It's cutthroat and, you know, can't fake your way into it. You're either good at trading or you're not. And so there's a lot of these influencers out there just want to be big, sell a code, make a buck, but they're really just trying to make a job for themselves and carve out a living. But in my tell you guys, just, you know, question everything you see, question me, question everybody. Focus on trading. That's all that matters. I went to pull back to support. Nah, dude, I missed out on this really beautiful long setup. Honestly, breaking hedge pressure and moving was a pretty big change for the day. This is good. This is a good finish to the day. It's still too choppy and volatile for me to like, you know, really trust what's going on. But I'm saying that the bull side has rectified itself. We're doing pretty well, I think, for the rest of the day today. I think this is sort of like support for a bigger run up. Yeah, I feel like now this is turned around. Liquidity map is a diagram that shows how risk is distributed and the underlying options of the indices. And then it's converted to futures. So bull zone is where there's more bulls longing against market makers than there are bears. There's bear zone where there's more bears than bulls longing against market makers. So up here, there's just more bulls than bears. It's just another piece of information for your confluence. So when you're in a bull zone, 90% of days will stay in a bull zone. They don't leave. When your stocks ratio is above half, most of the stocks are also in a bull zone, and so will the index, right? It's a high probability pivot. So 90% of days will reject losing the bull zone and stay there. Today's a great example of it, right? So with that one piece of information, there is pressure from there, statistical pressure and arbitrage, right? People are going to long the index futures because stocks are holding as well. So with that, there's a little tiny line drawn off of that, a little arrow, right? There's pressure there. And each one of these things is a different cool indicator based on some kind of thing that can find volume or volume pressure or hedging pressure or something. And then when you add up all the different pressures and point them at each other, you come up with the map. The map is showing you where the structure of the market is kind of pointing towards. A good example would be like a skate park. Like I used to skate when I was a kid. I still rollerblade, but when I was a kid, right? You go to a skate park. It's full of, you know, quarter pipes, half pipes with a divider like this, you know, you got all kind of stuff. And let's draw another quarter pipe here on the side and make two half pipes in a row. What you got is that you can throw a ball into this system. This looks like tits actually, but it's actually two half pipes. The ball is going to bounce around inside of this system, but ultimately the ball is only going to land in one of two places, either here or here. Let me delete that drawing because it did. When I started drawing it, I was like, this is going to look like tits at the end of this. Anywho, the ball is going to land in one or two places on two half pipes, okay? And the idea is that the structure has arrows pointing towards the bottom. You guys are dirty. And no matter which direction you come from, there's only two landing points for the ball. And that's kind of what this is. This is like pressures pushing both ways. This is like a half pipe. This is like a half pipe, and you have pressures pushing from one side to the other. So that's the map is showing you how the pressures are lined up. And each one of these lines has a different thing. And you can see the arrows, it's arrows here on the guide, but it also shows over here with the word support. So like all of the flags on this one, like, look, this is support, that's support, that's support, that's support, those are support, that's support, even that support. So when people are like, should I fade this or short this? It's like, well, everything is support from here, right? So a short would obviously land at one of the supports. And so all day today, right, the market was bouncing off the supports all day long, right? And the liquidity map shows you that. Oopsie. Hey, Matt, just wanted to tell you that you passed your 50K TPT eval after tonight. Let's go. Congrats, my man. I'm so happy to see that. I'm happy to hear that. Are you guys enjoying the boot camp? Another question I have for y'all. The next boot camp doesn't start until January, unfortunately, at the start of the year. We don't usually do boot camp in the holidays because we don't want to take people away from their families and stuff. Oh man, this is gonna be great. This is gonna rally. I feel like this is the middle and it's gonna rocket. I feel it. Feel it. Feel it in my bones. What are we feeling, y'all? That VIX is just dead today, which is nice. What do we think, you guys? Market moving? Is 12 bucks for CME level 1 and trade rate good enough for you to keep trading simulation with live feed? Yeah, level 2 is only paying a lot of extra money to see the depth of the market. And no modern trading strategy uses depth of market. It's algorithmic. You have to like there's so much going on here. It's not really necessary for most retail traders. It's some kind of military boot camp or something. Yeah, I make you do push-ups until you're good at trading. Psychology question. I can pass a 50K Apex eval in less than a day, sometimes an hour. When it comes to funded account, you end up losing them. What's up with that? Well, the pressure's on, or usually you're too eager to trade that when you get funded. My question is, do you just go trade the very next day? Right? Wait for a good setup. Maybe take a day off, right? Wait for your A+, your best setups that you have before you jump in and make your first trade. That makes sense? Hope that makes sense. If I missed out on all of this. Fucking fence is costing me all kind of money. Missed opportunities, man. So basically, because people are eager and the pressure's on, sometimes you just make extra mistakes. It's kind of like why you do great in a dress rehearsal. I used to be in theater when I was a kid. I nail it in the dress rehearsal, but then when you walk out on stage with your costume, your makeup on, everything, you're in the part, you see 1,000 tops of people's heads and lights in your face. Then you start to feel a little sweaty. Then it gets in your head. Then you forget your lines. All right. It's nerves. Sometimes you just get a little stage fright once the pressure is on, and that's kind of normal. Am I having a new fence installed? Jason, I'm actually taking the existing fence and putting a face on it. I'll have to show you guys some pictures when it's done. We have an existing perimeter fence around the house that separates our yard from our neighbor's yard. But we're putting like a cosmetic face on it to make it look very cool and very sort of like warm and neat. Well, I'll have to show you guys. So essentially we're adding vertical, so you have your vertical pickets for like your normal, well, not really necessarily like a picket fence, but like I call them pickets. So your wooden planks that, make your normal vertical plank fence. And then we're putting horizontal 1x4s, natural wood on the face of the fence so that it looks like a fence like this rather than a fence like that. And we're just adding it on top of the fence. 3 minutes limit for you. Holy crap, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Come to My Fun and TV. We'll be live in a second. I gotta jump in there because I missed it yesterday. I can't miss it today. Hold on, they're live somewhere. Here's the link. Everybody join me over there live. We'll do some giveaways there. We'll come back in the afternoon. Do giveaways here. How to get to Carnegie Hall, baby? You practice. Or you sleep with the owner. All right, I'll see y'all later.
Stuff. There's nothing